Welcome back to LXM, the home of all things luxury, where we dive into the latest updates on Saudi Arabia's groundbreaking project, The Line. Cityscape. This ambitious venture aims to transform the desert landscape into a futuristic city of 9 million people. If you're intrigued by the future of urban development, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on The Line and other groundbreaking projects. Let's explore the possibilities together. Branded as an impossible task, new images of Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion city have been released to the public. The Line is the country's ambitious attempt to build a city of 9 million people into a 105-mile, 169 kilometers line through the desert by 2030, and we have been given updates. Well, sort of. The area is being built in the Tabuk province of Saudi Arabia, with the urban area being called NEOM, the same name as the construction company behind the multi-billion-dollar project. There are a number of cool and futuristic aspects to the project, such as a mirror skyscraper and buildings floating over the private NEOM Marina. But what is the Marina for, I hear you ask? Well, it's for the Line residents to park their superyachts, of course, with there also being a private beach, a luxury golf resort, and a sports stadium 1,000 feet above the ground, described by NEOM's social media accounts as a place that will transform how we live, as it will redefine livability. The original aim was to get 1.5 million people in the walls of the revolutionary city by 2030. But the latest released photos have showed that the city is firmly staying away from reality, with the images looking like something an artist would draw out to imagine the future in 100 years. The new photos show the sheer size of what they have planned, with the picture above showing how the private marina will look with the buildings floating on top of it. As they are camouflaged by the mirror-like structure, it has been rumored that it would be a hazard to birds, who may unknowingly fly into the structure and get injured or die from the impact. It's a problem that needs to be ironed out, but you do have to admit that it looks quite cool, an invisible line through the desert, since they broke ground on the ambitious project. Experts have questioned the environmental effects of the project and the numerous human rights violations at play. At first glance, the project appears environmentally impressive. The urban edge is no more than 100 meters from any point in the city. A high-speed electric public transport service ensures no part of the line is more than 20 minutes away. Residing in such a gargantuan structure implies a claustrophobic lifestyle. But, in theory, each resident would enjoy an average of 1,000 cubic meters of urban volume. That's much more generous than most dense city living environments. Unfortunately, as in many high-density, high-rise buildings, a sophisticated vertical transportation system would be needed. The structure is equivalent to a conventional 125-story skyscraper. The project costs also seem modest at $55,000 per resident. Let's say this is achievable in a country with much lower employment costs than in developed economies and only relates to infrastructure. Even then, it remains to be seen how ultra-high-speed transit and cutting-edge infrastructure and services within the most massive building ever constructed can be cost-effective. The linear design underpinning the line is not a new idea. The Spanish urban planner Arturo Soria y Mata developed a linear city concept in 1882. This concept allowed great efficiencies in infrastructure, such as water, electricity, gas and transport, by incorporating it along a narrow, linear urban corridor. A key plank of the design was to ruralize the city and urbanize the countryside. The line echoes this concept. However, one wonders about its impacts on the countryside. How might a continuous 500-meter-high mirrored barrier, reflecting the desert heat and light and cutting across the landscape for 170 kilometers, affect local biodiversity? the line appears to be oriented along an east-west axis. This may be optimal for solar thermal management, but is likely to cast large shadows in midwinter. The local Hauatat tribe have been protesting after being forcibly expelled from their home that was on the strip of land being used for the line, while expat workers have been complaining about abusive working conditions. This photo looks like a scene from a dystopian movie, but the idea here is to make it look as natural as possible, barring the massive gap in the city. The line would reflect its surroundings out, making it look like there was nothing there from either side, as this ship makes its way into the marina, but its reflectiveness has been slammed as a potential point of confusion for passing ships. The city aims to be complete by 2030. A lot of the technology being used for the project has been kept under wraps, with many questioning its capabilities and existence. The idea of the city came from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman wanting the country's economy away from its reliance on oil, which is finite, leading to his investment into the project. It has also been rumored that the final cost of the whole project may sit closer to £2 trillion if they build everything as planned. Come back next time for more on all things luxury. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.